guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're most welcome. I am Chinny Ivy. I am a YouTuber based in Abia State, Nigeria, and I make content around lifestyle and self-improvement. So if it's something you vibe with, just subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, hello, hi, thank you for coming back to watch me again. In this video, I'm going to be talking about things that I am too grown for. I am a young adult, and there are things that I experimented in the past that I think you find these things in my life right now. I'm still a child. If you relate to any of them, just leave a comment in the comment section and we'll interact from there.
Starting on a new page feels better every time. Flip as simple as waking up next to you.
I am too grown to keep people who do not act positively in my life anywhere in my personal space. I am too grown to be letting people who do not impact, even if it's the smallest thing in my life. People who do not serve me have to go. There is something I have noticed about relationships, platonic relationships inclusive. You can imagine where a person will be in the next few years with the kind of people they hang out with in the present. And to me, friendships, relationships are like elevators. They can take you up, it can take you down. So it is your choice to choose which elevator to step into. So due to personal reasons, I will no longer be associating or keeping people in my personal space who I do not share similar values and purpose. I'm too grown to not reciprocate energy when giving. If there are people in my life who are showing me efforts, that they are adding value, they are showing efforts to be in my life, there is no reason why I should not reciprocate. And to me, I think that is the fastest way to lose good people in your life. There is just no need to be like a queen bee who takes and takes and takes. I mean, at some point it makes you entitled to those efforts because you don't give, so you don't know how hard or the sacrifices people who are giving are actually making. So you just feel like you deserve to be given efforts, you deserve to be thrown energy towards, but you don't do the same. Like, it just does not make sense. And to me, I do not think there's any relationship that is not give and take. It must be one person who gives first and another person receives, and the person who receives gives. It just has to like be balanced. Everybody finds joy in giving. Nobody is feeling drained or anything of that sort. And in the same way, I will no longer be putting myself in situations where things feel forced, because the effort and the energy is coming from my own end alone. I will no longer be over committing to people. There is just no way I'll be doing that anymore. I'm too grown for that. I am too grown not to apologize when I'm wrong. If someone reaches out to me and lets me know that what I did, something I did, doesn't sit well with them, hurts their feelings, is only natural and great for me to say I'm sorry. Because I'm living with humans, and even if I'm living with aliens, I like to think they have feelings, and feelings get hurt, and most times you don't even know that you hurt people's feelings. But I will not really stand on the fact that people have to come tell me first that their feelings are hurt before I do something about it. There are situations where you can act or talk in a certain way, and you notice the other person behave in a certain way. Like, you just know, oh, this person's attitude started changing when I said this or did this. It's only natural for, why am I calling it natural? It's natural though. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's only, I don't know, just need to initiate the process sometimes. Most people would not come to you to tell you. Someone like me in my past life, I will not reach out to you if you hurt me. But it's only natural, only great just to not just sit back and allow people to always do the whole, oh, sit down, I want to talk to you, you hurt my feelings. No. And I also realized that the best way to apologize is not to justify your actions. I did that because of this. It was not, that's not the right way to apologize. And the fact that something you did was not that deep to you does not matter, because the recipient has expressed how their feelings got hurt in the process of understanding your actions. So it's only civil for you to apologize and validate their feelings. One of the greatest sins is to dismiss someone's feelings when they have communicated it to you. It is very bad, and I will not be putting myself in situations or hanging around people who do not know how to apologize when they are wrong. You know this, oh, I don't know how to apologize, saying sorry is hard for me. That's a gutter attitude. That's a rubbish attitude, and you don't deserve to live among humans. You're a freaking adult. Act like it. You can't be in my personal space, no. I'm too grown to be involved in other people's drama. I am too old to be involved in other people's business. I am unavailable. Them know they see me. I would rather watch drama from afar. I will no longer be doing the whole back and forth, he said, she said. Nah. I will not be clearing up rumors. Anything you want to believe, anything you want to run with, any narrative you want to run with, just run with it. You know that whole, oh Chinny, I heard that this, and nah, I will not be doing that anymore. It is so draining. It does not leave me in the best version of myself, which is something I am trying to earn and trying to be moving forward. I am way too old to be talking anyhow without caring about how the recipient is going to feel. The art of communication makes us want to get the message we are trying to pass across to the recipient. We want, when we communicate, we want the recipient to get what we are saying, understand it in the way we are saying it, in the way that it is in our head. Research has shown that verbal communication is just one part of communication. There is other parts of communication which includes what you say, how you say it, and what you're doing when you're saying it. All of these sum up to how you communicate to somebody. So if what you're saying, how you're saying it, and what you're doing when you're saying it, that is your body language, saying a different thing, and your lips are saying a different thing, it's going to give people mixed communication. And as humans, as we know, we are going to focus on the other three than the person is actually saying. So if you're trying to pass a message across, you should you should have it in mind that these other parts are inclusive in your communication. If someone wants to correct you on certain things, maybe saying, oh, change, this is not nice, da 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 da, you know that what they're saying is true, but the manner in which they're saying it, their tone It might come in a condescending way, it might come in an insulting way. There is no how you're going to get the message. You're just going to focus on either the tone or their body language. That's just humans for you. Do not say things the way it is in your head. Just blunt. I'm just straightforward. That is how I am. That is no to others what you want others to do to you. No longer be talking without putting people's feelings into consideration. I'm too old not to have boundaries and enforce them. Boundaries are like walls, fence. They're like these no trespass signs that you see on physical land, which shows you should not go over the line. That is what boundary is. I don't know how people live without having boundaries, or even more, enforcing it. Is one thing to have boundaries, and then there is another thing to enforce it. You need to have healthy boundaries, and having a healthy boundary includes communicating the exact, express, clear boundaries that you have. And the next thing is enforcing it. If you have boundaries and you don't enforce it, you're just a toothless bulldog, and nobody's going to take you seriously. There are supposed to be consequences when people cross the line. If you don't have those consequences, you're just backing, but you can't bite. Your bedtime starts by 12 a.m. Yeah? And you've communicated to everybody that you do not receive calls by that time. It's important for you to communicate your consequences. So now your consequences could be, oh, if you call me after 12, I am going to block you, and you stick by it. One thing with boundaries is that once you start adjusting boundaries for certain people, the whole idea of keeping a boundary just goes off. You have to stick with your boundaries, and you have to make sure you enforce. I am too old to be explaining myself after I have said no, because no is a complete sentence. Let's say someone asks you for something and you say no. They begin to ask you why. Ask them if you said yes, will they still ask you why? Just because the answer you're giving is not corresponding with what they want to hear, so they're asking you to explain. No, darling, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I'm too old to think I can do this life on my own. I cannot do this life alone. I need God. I need God especially. To know God is to study His words consistently, to understand His words, to communicate with Him consistently, yeah, to worship Him the way He wants and not the way you want. I got to the realization that most times I worship God the way I want and not usually the way He wants. So realize that I cannot have a relationship with God where I am always asking and receiving. I actually have to build a good relationship with Him where I can communicate with Him, understand Him. I'm too old to feel like anything can go. There is nothing, like I just wake up and go along with my day. I'm not doing that. I am too old to not be in love in my love language. Love languages are native languages that only you understand, and if you're not spoken to in your native language, you feel unappreciated, unloved, you feel drained, and it's basically a sad, miserable life. So I am too old to think I can settle for a sad, miserable life. There is no way I'm ever going to do that. I am too old to think that investing in myself is a waste of money. I am too old to not invest in myself. in my physical appearance, in my skill set. I am too old to be an empty head. It's not a bad thing to look good. It's not a bad thing to smell good. It's not a bad thing to be knowledgeable. So I am too old to think I should not invest in myself. So you guys, these are things that I think I am too old for. I don't even think I exhausted the list. I did not want this video to go long. If you loved it, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I would love to hear what you think. On the post notification bell so that you get notified every time a video is released on this channel. Okay, see you guys in my next video. Bye.